I just got back from Valencia, Spain, to visit the fifth international conference on higher education advances, in short HEAd19. We were visited with the University of Groningen, and we had quite a nice group, as you can see. On the left, Jan Riezebos. Then is of course Suhre, that's me, Koos Winnips. There's Vincent the Boer. There's Miriam Ossevoort. There is Lydia van Huizen. And there's Hans Beldhuis. And between the seven of us, we did 4 presentations at the conference. And I'll give you a few of the highlights of our visit of the conference, and I'll give you the links to our own contributions in the text accompanying this video. Yeah, what was hot, what was new at the conference, what were some of the themes that were going on? I'll give you them in just a few minutes. The keynote, first keynote, Changing Academic World. There was news and some developments on educational design. There was quite a bit of attention for holistic competence, so the idea to get a broader perspective of competences for students. Gaming was in. The most intriguing presentation of the conference for me was the class of nothing. And then as the last point, I'll give our own publications, and I'll give the timelines in the video as well, so you can scroll through to the topics if you like. So the first keynote by Professor David Menendez, it was very nice. It was a little bit provocative, but it was good. Yeah, about the idea, some of the ideas as when you get students as consumers, yeah, you can get a culture of complaint, and we see it in the Netherlands as well. Sometimes bureaucracy taking the overhand, and in his keynote he gave a lot of examples and things that were going on. So he was pinpointing the elephant in the room that is among us. A nice quote he had was that Socrates would get a very low score on the student satisfaction rates because, yeah, he was only asking questions and giving no answers. So who is this guy? I liked the slide I put in here because it gave some solutions and ideas on how to reconstruct the academic identity. And as a conclusion in this keynote, that was also quite nice. He said, yeah, sometimes I just go along with the flow. I grab popcorn and I enjoy the show that we're making in the university. But importantly, other times we can call bullshit, as I say it. Hey, wait a minute, we do not have to do this at this point, and there is another way that we can do this, and we do not need to create bureaucracy and extra work to distract us from really the core of what we are at the university: learning, teaching, research. So it was a nice start of the conference, and good it was to start because otherwise we may get a little bit too depressed about things. A second key was design. A presentation from Switzerland. And what you see here is the core model that they presented. It's nothing much different from say the think way of designing: constructive alignment, aligning learning goals, methods and contents of learning goals, methods and learning outcomes. But in the model, here is the assessment strategies, learning strategies and outcomes. Then content added to the model, or added as a new block. The context is a little bit different, but it's nice to have such a canvas, and actually we're doing these kind of things in Groningen as well. We draw out diagrams with the lecturers to say in a workshop we can design our courses, but canvases like this I think help to make decisions to make it possible to discuss decisions like this. So it was a very nice presentation. What we added from Groningen was the next thing, because actually we have maybe taken a step further in the course organizer that we have implemented in Blackboard. What you see here is just a table, but it's the result of a design. So it's our table, and we have our timelines, the seminars, you see that in the columns, but also you get the key concepts, you get the assignments, which is the assessment in resulting from the course design. It's the readings, it's the content block from the canvas, and also there's a specific link to learning goals. So when we can with lecturers, we do the course design in our LMS. So this is a building block in Blackboard. And so I think in some ways we've taken a step further with design by making it specific and making the concrete translation to actual courses. Okay, so that was design. Next topic, 21st century skills. Professor Cecilia Chan had a very nice keynote about generic competence, holistic competence, the idea that students should do more than just study the course content, teamwork, being able to reflect. And this one was a nice slide from her presentation, how you can use a metacognitive learning process and how you can implement it in a curriculum design. Why am I doing this? What is my self-understanding? What am I expected? What are experiences? What have I learned? How do I feel now? And how did I really do from my eyes and the eyes of others? So she gave a number of models, and there's a very nice website by her group from University of Hong Kong and a few other universities that have their publications on 21st century skills, holistic approaches, generic skills for students, more focusing on what employers want from our students nowadays. The closing keynote this was for about simulation and gaming. She gave a lot of examples on how to apply game-based learning in the classroom. A lot of them not online. We tend to think about gaming as often online, but there were very nice examples of gaming from her keynote. One of the best resources, and as she said, the resource to go to tiagi.com, 300 educational games to use. For me, the most surprising and actually most exciting talk of the conference was about a class of nothing. And I thought it was fantastic that somebody stands out at a conference and does things completely different than all others. What this presenter did, and sorry I lost your name now, but it was a great talk. It was just go in the class and say, well, there is no schedule. A quote from him, if you expect nothing, you benefit from everything. And I don't think I would dare to do this with my students. But it was really refreshing that somebody did something completely different out of the box. I said, okay, there is no schedule. Anything that happens is good. Students were allowed to go out. And actually some of the students in this class did, but they were too intrigued by the whole concept. So they came back. I think in times where we are often busy and working on our phones and constantly communicating and doing all kinds of things, it's nice that somebody says, hey, we can do nothing and we can let everything happen in our class. So a very refreshing view on what we can do or cannot do in our education. Yeah, then we had 4 presentations from our group. Jan Riezebos on scheduling, planning issues. Course Suhre about perusal, presenting our research about perusal, um, which is about online annotations and preparing students for class. Then Miriam got great responses on our learning communities. Miriam Ossevoort is that. She got great responses on her paper about learning communities. And I presented about finding influencers and using professional networks, professional learning communities to spread innovations through, yeah, in departments and in the university. So yeah, I think we all got good responses, and please look up our work in the notes to this video. So with that, phew, I've already been talking for 11 minutes. I tried to keep it short, but that didn't really work. Um, yeah, if you stuck around for this long, well done for you. uh, and I'll quit now, and I hope to yeah to let you know more on what's going on here in